do you feel about black men? Like, do you...
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Okay. It doesn't matter. It's just about...
It's okay, it's black or white or
Yeah.
half thing. Yeah.
So we feel like
It's about the character, of course.
Yes.
First of all. And of course... of the...
a little bit a body
Yeah,
or
but
face.
not that much. The
Yeah.
personality counts.
Yeah.
That's... Yeah.
And what about you?
I don't care at all, but I'm really into black men. My ex-boyfriend.
That's a type.
So why are you into black men? Tell me why.
I don't know. I think they have like charisma and but I have good experience with them.
So everyone keeps asking me the same question, what is it I love about black men? And I'm going to tell you straight why I love a black man. It's because they're big, they're muscly, and they're great in bed. You're never going to find another man like a black man who's going to make love to you the way a black man makes love to you.
I already knew I had him because there was simply no competition out there for me. But let's just look at it objectively. You had this average black American guy who now was able to choose between what he was dealing with before and somebody completely new. And let me tell you, the moment I stepped into that man's life, he really didn't know how to deal with my femininity because I was not loud. I was not screaming. I was not trying to, be louder than him. I didn't interrupt him because that's not something that I learned from home. If somebody would speak, and especially a man, you would let that man speak and then you would listen and then say whatever you have to say, right? So I was clean. I cooked. He didn't know what it was when a woman is actually in the room asking him, like, do you want something to drink? Before I got myself something to drink. Do you want something to eat? Before I started to eat my food, I would ask him, do you want to have a bite? I would come out of nowhere and just have a fruit bowl and just offer him some fruit. He didn't know none of this. So my husband, back then boyfriend, really thought this was a dream come true. He didn't know how to deal with none of this because all this me coming through, just being nurturing by nature, his peoples and his family didn't even do that for him. Like the family, there is no family unit. The average family, especially black American family, has barely a family unit. There is no breakfast, lunch, and dinner at set times. And these are things that I introduced my husband to with my family. Can you imagine that impact that I had on him back then? So gentlemen, do not be afraid of traveling. There are so many more women out there who are willing to take care of you.
I don't give a fuck how many valid points that German woman had or if she was right or wrong. She don't get a chance to speak on black women, black love, black marriages, and black anything. And this is coming from a black woman that's been with her black husband for 15 years. And I ride for black men. You understand what I'm saying? The problem is black men and black women are failing each other. We're not hearing each other. We're not loving each other. We're not respecting each other. It's too much trauma. And what's happening is we're starting to look at other races as though they are our savior. You're my savior, a white man or a white woman. And all. Don't you see what the fuck is happening? She has not walked a mile in a black woman's shoes. She has not seen what a black woman has seen. She has not experienced the trauma that a black woman has experienced. That's the same thing with white men. White men have not walked a mile in black men's shoes. You understand what I'm saying? They are not out here being racially profiled. So for black people, black women and black men to look at that and say, well, she right. She had valid points. I don't give a fuck how many valid points she had. You still got black women out here like myself that's pushing black love, that's telling you, hey, this is how you do it. Now, some women might get it and some women might not. The same thing. We need more black men that's in love with black women, that respects black women, that protects black women to step up and say, yo, this shit that we seeing online, this shit ain't real because we still out here. You understand what I'm saying? Ain't nobody white gonna be able to tell me anything about my own people that I already don't fucking know. We know how fucked up it is. We know the number that was dead on us. We know for a fact the reason why black women are not as soft and submissive as other races. We know that. Just like we know why some black men are in the situation that they in. We already know that. We don't need nobody else coming in here telling us nothing because this shit is in-house. It started in-house. We gonna deal with it in-house. Ain't no motherfucking body over in Yugoslavia or Germany trying to tell a German woman what to do with her man. You understand what I'm saying? And they ain't gonna listen. And they ain't gonna agree with what the fuck our black asses is saying. And German men ain't gonna sit over there and run to black women and say, we love y'all. We want to be with y'all. We don't know how to deal with our own women. They this, they that. Do you see? We are the fucking weakest links, bro. And we've been the weakest links. And that's why we don't have no family. That's why we don't have no fucking culture. Because we so quick to let other people and other culture and other races influence what the fuck we got going on. We need to learn how to stand up for ourselves. As a black woman, can't no other race tell me how to love my black man. And as my husband, as a black man, can't no other race tell him how to love his motherfucking black woman. That's the problem. Stop being in agreement with what the fuck other people and other races got to say and start listening. The thing is, as a black woman, I will be the first to admit, most black women are filled with trauma and don't know how to fucking unpack it and deal with it. Just like most black men are filled with fucking trauma and have no idea how to fucking unpack it and deal with it. So they don't know how to deal with each other. Yes, I hold black women accountable just like I hold black men accountable. Okay, the ones that's out here that's doing all this fighting each other and tearing each other down and I don't participate in that shit. You understand what I'm saying? This place is for black love and for the motherfuckers that's healed and that really want to learn and truly grow with each other and build with each other. I don't need nobody else from no other race, from no other place, from no other country to tell me a motherfucking thing that I don't already know. That's my stance on it. I said what I said. If you feel differently, agree to disagree. I don't give a fuck. But like I said, this is in-house over here, and I deal with it in-house.
This is one of the white propaganda that the black women should not buy into. Why can't the white woman just enjoy a relationship without demeaning the black women? I've been watching the clip and I was waiting for her just to tell us or share what the black man has been doing for her. All the things she has mentioned, those is what we refer as a traditional woman, and most of the things she has mentioned, many black women, many black American women have been doing this for the longest time. Someone who is a traditional woman and someone who has family values, someone who is there to take care of the kids, someone who takes care of the husbands, cleans the homes, cooks and does everything for the family. I'm not saying every black woman does this, but we still have some who are doing all this. So this, the meaning of the black woman started way back. This is a video which has caused much reaction on the internet. Some of the people are saying she's saying the truth, and some are saying she's not saying the truth. Let's listening to what other people have to say. Give the video a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and credit goes to the creators of visual videos. I'll be back with more commentary.
Ladies and gentlemen, so not too long ago, some German woman got on TikTok and talked about how black women are just not competition, you know, for her, or when it comes to German women or this, that, or whatever, saying that she had a black man or she has a black man, and when they first started dating, she would ask him if he wanted something to drink, if he wanted something to eat, you know, and she was nice to him, she was submissive, and he was just so surprised because he never had, you know, anything like that. He had never encountered a woman from his own community who was nice and submissive. Nobody ever asked him, you know, if he wanted anything to eat. Nobody fixed the plate. Nobody fixed him anything to drink, thus and so forth. And that may be his experience. I don't know. We never saw the man in the video. I never saw him. So that may be his experience, and I can't ever negate anybody else's experience. But what I ain't gonna do is sit up here and let you come for my sisters like that. I am not going to sit up here and allow anybody to bash black women. I don't let anybody bash black men because I am one. So I don't do that. And I'm not going to let you do that to the sisters. I'm sorry. There are plenty of nice, respectable, educated, God-fearing black women. 80% of the black marriages are within 80% of black men who are married to other black women. 80-something%. So please. And there's a whole lot of happiness going on that you just don't see on the internet. The algorithm favors people who have negative things to say about black men or negative things to say about black women. It is just a fact. If you get on the internet and say black men ain't thus and so, then the algorithm will let it fly. If you get on the internet and say black women ain't this and that and thus and so, the algorithm will let it fly. But if I go out there and say I love and cherish my sisters, I appreciate my brothers, you know, and we should do more to become more of a community and restore our community, this, that, and whatever. Limited bandwidth. There are a lot of people who are heavily invested in our division. You cannot control a community if the community is together. People love to see us divided, and I'm just not going to sit here and allow everybody to just be able to come walk up and say whatever it is they want to say. No, I'm sorry. If you found a black man and y'all have a happy marriage, well, then that's fine. That's you and him. But trust me, young lady, you are not special. Y'all got a good relation, and that is fine. What you have done for your man, let me be clear. Black women have been doing for their man for years. There's no way you can't convince me that there aren't beautiful, submissive, God-fearing, kind black women. I know too many of them. I am sorry. I know what the internet tells you. I know that the internet tells you all these things about black men and all these negative things about black women. But the truth of the matter is, it's more love going on than anything else. It surely is, whether you want to believe that or not. It's a whole lot of love going on. And you ain't going to sit up. No, our black women have done amazing things, not just for our men, but for this country. Bottom line, you not gonna bash them. You're not gonna make it like, oh, they just not submissive. And a lot of these young men, y'all need to know better. You better know what the hell you looking at. Who raised you? Huh? So you mean to tell me your mama ain't never asked you if you want something to drink? If you want something to eat? Never? You never had a one. I mean, and don't get me wrong. If that never happened to you, then the common denominator is you. You need to check who you picking. Or check yourself so you can figure out how can you qualify for better women. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that there aren't any negative black women out there. Yes, there are. Just like there are negative black men out there. But I ain't about to sit up here and let you paint no picture like all the black women in America are just negative and bad. And they don't know how to be wives. And I'm going to say this here. Because you can believe what you want to believe. I ain't got to explain nothing to you. You can believe what you want to believe. But I'll say this here to you, Miss German lady who wanted to say something about the black women ain't no competition. If you was such a great woman, why you ain't get picked long time ago? You coming on the internet talking about my sisters. Why didn't you get picked way back when? Because if you was such a great woman, you would have been wifed up long time ago, long before you met Brother Man. You understand? Enjoy your relationship. But don't come for the sisters. Don't come for them. Don't do that. Ain't nothing wrong with enjoying your relationship. You and Brother Man enjoy each other. But as far as the sisters, yeah, ain't like we ain't got problems. Yes, we do. You understand? And if you want to talk about the negative things or the negative disposition that black women or that black men have, don't talk about it without talking about how it came to be.
If you're a black woman who agrees with what the German woman said about how black women are no competition to white tea women, especially white tea women outside of America, if you agree with what she said, you have extreme internalized racism against your own self, against your own people. How this German woman is speaking reminds me so much about how white women during slavery would talk about black women. You do know that a lot of slavery was caused by white women being jealous of black women. This German lady is talking about, oh, well, you know, we have scheduled dinners and we do this and there's structure. Okay, so she's literally showing us that she has no clue about the history of America and the history of African Americans. Because if you do your research, you'll know that it was planned to take black fathers from their family, from their black households, right? So the family can fail. So black African Americans can fail with their family. That structure that she's talking about, the no competition she's talking about, is literally her own insecurities. And if you agree with that, I'm gonna sound like, what's his name? Joe Biden, when Joe Biden said, oh, you're not black if you don't vote for us. If you agree with that, you're not black. You're not black. You can't be. There's no way. There's no way. Don't let these white people get into your head, because what are you talking about? You agree with that? What? Oh, I see where she's coming from. Oh, I agree with her. Man, y'all ancestors is rolling y'all graves right now, because I tell you, black women, we are the blueprint. Especially dark-skinned women. Dark-skinned women are the blueprint for every woman alive. Do not play me, bro. Women, white women, especially out the country, want to be black women. But nobody wants to talk about that, huh? Right. Oh, we're so feminine. They're like, we're so feminine and we do this and we listen to them. Okay, shawty, you have the black men then. You have the black men then.
German woman says black women ain't no competition. She talk about there's no family structure or unity. Let's get into it. So let's address the competition part first. She ain't all the way wrong, but hear me out. The reason why she feel like there ain't no competition is because she jumped into a pool of men who adore her and pedestalize her just based off her skin tone. But she's delusional, right? She believed that it's because she's so domesticated. It's because she's serving plates. It's because she clean. It's because she doing all of these submissive duties that this man is like pedestalizing her. But the truth of the matter is, you're just dealing with men who pedestalize your skin color, right? Nothing more, nothing less. It ain't got nothing to do with nothing else besides the fact you're just not black. And that's what that man probably wanted, right? But you gassing yourself up, making yourself think that the competition part that you won was based off of all of these different things that you do, when it truly was just your skin tone. You could have entered the competition and did nothing and still won, right? And that's what it really comes down to. But let me ask you, could you still win the competition if you were amongst your own women? That's the kicker. If you was competing up against other German women is white with blonde hair and blue eyes, skinny with big boobs, could you still win? Could you still win against them is the question. And shout out to Legacy of Pretty. That's my good sis. And she clocked it first, right? When she said it in her video, I was like, boom, there you go. So I don't want to seem like I'm taking what she said, but what she said is absolutely correct. Yeah, you think you ain't no competition for black women, but what about them German women that's blonde haired and blue eyed? Are you competition against them? It's easy to come over to a community where you ain't got to do nothing but simply exist and win. But when you amongst your own and you can't compete against them because the men that you want in that community would choose them over you, now you gonna come over here bragging about what you can take from us? You ain't took nothing from us, because we could never win that and we don't want it, right? We don't want no group of men who pedestalize a woman based off her skin color. But that's what you're winning. That's the prize that you get in this colorist men who just obsessed with white skin. And the reason why I know this is true, because only a non-black woman who being gassed up behind the scene by a self-hating black man would get online to talk down about the very women who create the men that she laying down and having sex with. Now, when she discussed the black family unit, I wasn't all the way in disagreement with her. Now, I grew up in a household where my parents was married. My mama served my daddy first, then we ate, and then my mama ate, right? So I got to see structure growing up, but a lot of kids that's in the Black community don't. That's not a lie. A lot of them grow up with single moms who work in multiple jobs. So no, there is no structure on breakfast, lunch, and dinner. No, there is no active man in the household. There is no structure. And a lot of y'all okay with it until outside people from the community start calling out stuff that's obvious that anybody can see. It's obvious that a lot of y'all don't value family and structure. And then you get mad when somebody who ain't in our community pointed out. But then when we in the community amongst ourselves and we telling each other, hey, we need to do better. We need to put a family structure back in place. We need to put some order back in place. Then y'all, I don't care about marriage. I don't care about this. I don't care. Well, don't care when people from outside communities call it out either then. That German woman did not lie when she was talking about us Black women. She ain't lie at all. I seen a lot of people, they was mad. Like, they was mad at her. And it's like, why are you mad? If you're mad, that means there's some things you need to correct in yourself. Hey, I even took one little thing that she said. I was like, I do need to eat that up right there because I don't be doing that. But everything else, I be doing for my man, period. 10 toes down, I do those things. But a lot of Black women do not value men. A lot of women, period, in America don't value men. And that's the problem. We don't value men, and we can't keep making the excuse of, oh, my upbringing, I was brought up like this or like that, and that's why X, Y, and Z. You know, because the German lady in the video, she said she was brought up with those morals of valuing men, so she did just that. But hey, I didn't grow up like her, okay? I grew up like pretty much every normal Black woman in America. That's how I grew up. But I did not learn. I took the good from my parents and from my mom, and then I threw away the bad. And I was like, okay, obviously there's some changes that I need to do for myself. And that's what a lot of us need to do. A lot of us don't be wanting to do that. But that German lady, she ain't lie. She did not say anything false about us Black women. We need to get it together. Like, and with my man, we have talked sometimes, and sometimes he talks about like the previous relationships that he was in, and how the basic stuff that I feel like is basic that I do for him, he's like, I've never had that happen to me. Like, I've never had a woman ever care for me like that or do this X, Y, and Z. And I'm just like, these are normal things that should be done. Like, us women need to step it up. Like, if you want to be in a committed relationship via marriage, you want to be married to a good man, you have to treat him right, and you have to be a respectable woman to honor a man and to respect a man. Like, a lot of us in America do not value men. We don't. In America, we do not value men. Other countries, other women in other countries, they know how to value men. They know how to respect them. And that's what we need to come back to in America. Like, we be flunking at that, and then y'all be mad when Black men go outside of the race and get with someone who values them. Thank God that my man, I was able to be in his life for him to find me, because he would have probably went somewhere else too, because there's not a lot of us Black women in our community that can care for our Black men the right way. And some people may say like, that's sus what I just said right there. But if you want to be married, you gotta like respect your husband. You gotta respect the man. You gotta value that man at some point in time. Like, before, like, not at some point in time, but you have to value that man. Like, you got to get that in your head to value masculinity. And a lot of women don't want to value masculinity. They do not like it. They prefer feminine men, like, to be honest. But the German lady, she didn't lie not one bit. She ain't lied not one bit, and it's eating people up. It's eating them up. But hey, I love to see it. Anything that comes out that is someone speaking truth and it's making us mad, just think, if it's making you mad and it's ruffling your feathers, it's probably something you need to self-reflect on with yourself. So yeah, we got to get it together. There's going to be a lot of African American women not married because we do not want to listen. We do not want to obtain the knowledge that's being given out. Like, it's going to be a lot of people unmarried, and they're going to pretend like they don't want to be married, but the older they get, it'll start to bleed out. Like, I really did want to get married, and now I'm 50, and I really did X, Y, and Z. And if you're in the comments and you say otherwise, just leave the comments to yourself, okay? But yeah.
Why would that German woman eat us up like that? And when I say us, I mean us as Black women. If you haven't seen the video, the woman came out, German women, talking about how Black American women are no competition, like none at all. And she stood 10 toes on it, confidently said it. And honestly, y'all, there's no lies. Unfortunately, she felt comfortable saying that because it's true. We are not feminine women. We are not raised to respect, to be kind, to be nurturing, to be caring of our black men. And unfortunately, what they're doing, they're coming in and swooping them right on up because we are leaving the door right on open. They know how to talk to men. They know how to treat black men. They know how to love them properly, how to support them properly. And they have no problem doing it. And my issue is, right, us as black women, we want to sit back and talk about, well, why we can't do it and why we can do that. We don't do it because we don't want to. And we're not taught to want to do it. We're not taught to respect men. And we know this is the thing, right? We know that there's men out here who black men who would prefer a woman of a different race. Got it. You know, it might be her hair, whatever. You know, the exoticness. I got it. But we also want to face the fact that black men are choosing women of other race because of our attitude. They don't want to deal with our attitudes. They don't want to deal with a masculine woman. So instead of us trying to deflect and say, oh, it's about her hair, it's about her eyes, it ain't about that. It's about her attitude. The way that she loves him, the way that she treats him, the way she talks to him. That's what a man wants. Any man wants that. I don't want the woman who's going to be aggressive. It ain't about her being a white woman with long hair. No, it's about her being a kind woman who supports me, who respects my opinion. But we get so caught up in, I ain't listen to no man. Ain't nobody gonna tell me what to do. I have to be masculine. This is my situation. Nothing I can do about it. And it is. Since you can change if you want to. You have to want to change. You have to want to change your situation. So until then, we're going to have more of that happening. We're going to have more of these women able to come out confidently, stand on what they mean, and be able to take our men. Because we let them. Because we don't care about them. So they said, well, we'll take them off your hand. Come over here, y'all. We'll love y'all over here properly. If that wasn't a wake-up call to y'all black women, I don't know what it's going to take.
Let's talk about the German woman who had a lot to say about black women for no reason. Because literally no one asked her. She needed to let us know that black women were no competition. What she doesn't know is that we were never in competition in the first place. What I really want to know is why all of the men are okay with this German lady insulting your moms, your sisters, your aunties, your cousins, your daughters. I make a video defending black women, which prompted a bunch of black men to come in the comments and attack me and tell me to be more accountable for whatever this lady in Germany has to say about black women. She then goes on to list all of the amazing things that she does for her man. She is cooking and cleaning for him. She is offering him whatever he wants, taking him on trips, paying for things, but she doesn't mention, not once, what he does for her in return. She's explaining to us how to keep a black man happy and how we're not stepping up and doing enough, but she can't explain why she wasn't able to get a German man of her own. There are black men in Germany. She's trying to sound like a black woman. She's trying to behave like one while insulting us at the same time. Because if you look at other German women from Germany, they have a German accent. She sounds like a black lady. My question is, why are black women being blamed for black men dating outside of their race? It is their choice. It's their right to do so. But why is it suddenly our problem?
So I just watched a video of the German woman who said that black women are no competition for the men in our community. And it really hurt me. And I'm going to explain why. And I'm being serious here. She and other women around the world are attacking the very foundation of what made families in our community and relationships strong. Empathy, love, caring, service, kindness, submission, togetherness, family. They are attacking what they see as a weakness. And they don't see that weakness as being on the side of the men in our community. They see that weakness being laid at the feet of the women in our community. For instance, she said he was surprised when she would say, hey, can I get you anything? Do you need anything to eat? You want some of my food? Can I make you some food? What can I do to make you happy? She said I would bring him fresh fruit and he would be surprised. You know, she would just basically be a caring, loving, empathetic girlfriend, a woman who cared about her man and who treated him with love and care and compassion and respect. The other thing that she says is she would never interrupt him, never raise her voice, never yell, never scream, would let him finish his thoughts, and then she would take her turn to talk without interruption. The reason why my heart was broken when she said that there is no competition there is because, with some exceptions, not all, she is right. She is right. The competition is no longer there because the things that she was saying that she does for her man seems like slavery to the women in our community. And if you go and look at the comments on the video, she is being justified. Her point is being proven by those comments. It's a very sad day. And something needs to drastically change in our community.
You know what's so dope about having a high level of pattern recognition? You can peep a play from a mile away. And over the past few years, I've been peeped it, but now it's so obvious and people aren't catching it. It's starting to bother me. Maybe a couple of months ago, it was assumed that this white billionaire posted online that billionaires prefer black women, and for various reasons, and I'm not saying those reasons aren't true. Now, more recently, a German woman has allegedly said that black women are not competition when it comes to attaining a black man. And again, various reasons were stated. Go look up the statistics and whatever you want to do. That's not what I'm here to talk about right now. What I'm here to talk about is that there is this very distinct and intentional division between black men and black women that is drummed up in almost waves. Something inflammatory happens and we're up in arms at each other like every month or every quarter. And it's, to me, it's just like, dude, just log off. Okay? It's not real. Log off. I know so many black men that only want a black woman, and I know so many black women that only want a black man. Like, a lot of these narratives online are extremely fabricated, or it's a very small group with a loud enough voice or a big enough platform to push a narrative. Black people, stop letting these algorithms play with us.
I was talking about the American family structure, if you were able to get the message that I was trying to bring to you. Yes, I did say the average black American family barely has a family unit. Not even in that statement, I generalized all black families in America that they don't have a family unit. I lived in America for 2 years and I've seen a lot of messed up things in black households, white households, and I very soon came to the conclusion, coming from a traditional household, that there is something seriously wrong that's going on in those households in America. And I was flabbergasted at the amount of disrespect an average American man would have to deal with coming from the woman of the household. I mean, these women, not only that they were disrespectful, they were lazy too. And I heard them speak a certain way to their children that had me in complete shock.
It is why we all say that black people's stories, black American stories should be told by the black people, because they can resonate more with the stories they are telling out there. Nobody is coming to save the black woman other than the black kings. The white propaganda of saying that the black woman does this and that does, only the black kings are able to support their own women and love their own women the right way. And we should just do away with all this white people's propaganda of talking ill about the black people, no matter the region they are in the world. This is what happens even in African countries. The people just leave Europe and every other part of the world and go to those African countries, and they cannot even capture for their people the beautiful roads, the beautiful cities, the beautiful culture, the beautiful people, just for people to know what happens in those countries. But what they do is they just move to where the poorest people live, for example, in the slums, and where people are just borrowing food each and every day. They don't want anything positive about the black people to be exposed out there. And that's why we are saying more and more black people. I'm very sure all those characters of a traditional woman, we have many black American women who are doing such kind of work. They are caring for their families, they are loving right for their husbands, they are doing everything positive for their family to grow in a healthy environment. And they have the most beautiful family values, but it's not told out there. What is being exposed, it's about all this, the negativity and everything. And this is the same supremacy that caused the black woman to be suffering what she has been going through. During colonial time, these thing just happened. They took away the black women husbands. So the black women, they had to step ahead. They had to figure it out and on how to survive on their own, take care of the family and do everything on their own because their women, the white women, were more jealous about the black women because the black women that they were so beautiful. They had this long and beautiful and healthy hair. They had very healthy skin. And these women felt the jealous. They felt it's not right for these black women to be this beautiful while our men are going out there. And they thought their men would be snatched by the black women. And this has been happening for the longest time. And that's why you can see some of these people, they feel that they are a bit masculine because they have been practicing this, taking care of their families and doing all these. And it's not about being arrogant or that. It's about healing all the traumas that they have been caused by the white supremacy, healing themselves and just finding peace at the end of the day. So there is no white woman who has the authority to come online and start lecturing, demeaning, looking down on the black women. Black women are the source and everything flows through the black woman and they should be respected. I'm not saying we don't have bad women or we don't have good women. Of course, we have some percentage of bad women in the society, but we should still focus on the right ones and tell their stories. People who have been right there outright, taking care of the family, doing everything right, and just telling their stories. We have black Americans women who have been out there chasing their careers, building families, and even building business empires. But maybe they don't want you to know this. They don't want to expose such kind of stories. They just want to come online and demean the black women in showcase how feminine they are, how loving they are. Does not mean that the black woman does not have all those qualities. It's just a matter of enjoying your marriage. If you have a black king, just enjoying your marriage and doing your whole thing and leaving the black wings alone because it's not right to come online and just demean other people race and tell all these stories. Every black person in the world should unite, whether it's in African continent, Caribbean continent, and every other part of the world. Black people should unite and tell more success stories, whether it's in terms of business, whether in terms of marriage, whether it's in terms of their education, and so that many positive stories should be told about black women. We need more and more successful stories about black women out there. You have seen even some women have said that they have been living with their husbands for the last 15 years and everything has been working out well. They don't have any problem with the black kings. We need more and more stories so that we can overturn this white supremacy mentality of thinking that every black person is arrogant, is rude, is what and what and what. Yeah. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Give the video a big thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel and make sure you hype the video. Thank you to each and everyone who has been promoting this channel. Thank you so much. I'll see you next in my next video. Thank you.